Hello, happy Friday. Welcome to your weekend rune reading. It was sunny when I sat down. There's a lot of clouds going over. I can't tell if that's a rain cloud or not, so I'm gonna try and make this quick. But first to start, actually, before I pull any runes, I have a song stuck in my head. For whatever reason, I cannot remember who it's by, but it's an 80s song, and it goes, ooh, I heard through the grapevine, just about to lose my mind. Can't remember the rest of the lyrics right now, but essentially, somebody heard through the grapevine that they're about to lose their partner. Huh. Is that an indication to pay attention to rumors or to ignore rumors? I don't know. Take it for what that means to you, but oh, I heard through the grapevine. Something be mine. Honey, honey, I know that you're letting me go. Ooh. Alright. Interesting reading. Okay, so the first rune I pulled was lagoon, but I pulled it upside down, so murky lagoon. We're in a time of transition. We're being tested. Imagine you go for a kayaking trip or a rafting trip or a sailing trip or something, and you forget to check if, let's say it's a motorboat, and you forget to check that you have extra gas, or you forget to check to see if the fucking motor even runs, or there's a crack in the hull of your ship, or there's a tear in your sail and you didn't check these things before you left shore. Ouch. Murky lagoon suggests that there is a fear of checking in with yourself, a fear of going within, a fear of diving into the unconscious. It suggests that there is a important flow that's just not happening right now. Like you're disconnected with the way, with the Tao, with however you want to call that. Life force, energy. Hello, Bumblebee. I'm not a flower, but thank you. Anyway, murky lagoon suggests that we might even be at least feeling like we're failing some kind of tests. And as I suggested from the metaphors, it's maybe something that could have been avoided just by spending more time connecting to the source of all that is. Yeah, lagoons being water, flow, and water representing consciousness and unconsciousness. It's really about connecting to the unconscious, which is the shadow, which for most people also relates heavily to their body, so we ignore our body so much. Anything that you ignore about yourself or refuse to acknowledge about yourself or push into the unconscious is still a part of you, it still exists, you've just now created a shadow. So murky lagoon suggests that we're not diving into our shadow, and it's very necessary right now. The second rune is invas. This is like a new moon, actually. We just had an eclipse. I always love it when I pull these runes right around big lunar events. But anyway, invas. This also represents it's number 22. Lagos is 21, by the way. This also represents the fertility god Freyr. So this is the seed. So there's a few different meanings in this, but the seed of the new always takes a bit of time to germinate. It doesn't pop up right away. If you've ever planted anything in your life, you know there's a window where the seed is under the earth, under the soil, and it takes some time. It takes warmth and water, moisture, in order to germinate. The same is true for babies, right? It's a 9-month germination period before we have before humans have a child. So in that sense, this rune is suggesting that there is a time of rest that's needed right now, especially if this is the present energy rune. It's a time of rest that's needed right now, a time of allowing whatever is new and is coming to germinate to come up to the surface. And this actually ties in with murky lagoons. It's saying you need to water the seed. This rune, being 717 neat, being that this is about a new moon, like I said, means that there are things coming to an end and new things beginning. If you were to take the metaphor of becoming a mother or a father, your life pre-children is ending, and your life now caring for another soul, spirit, is beginning. It's about cycles. And the third rune is a Redo. This is number 5. I also pulled it murky. So this rune talks about being on the journey. It's one thing to talk about the journey and talk about doing, but it's another to actually do. It suggests a relationship between horse and rider. So in a less metaphorical sense, in a more way that's more relevant for you, it suggests a mutually beneficial relationship between you and your higher self. It coming up murky tells me that maybe that relationship is off right now. Especially if you are ignoring stuff that's coming up from your subconscious. It suggests that so Redo is ordered ethical deeds and changes. It's good counsel. It's the perfect spiral. Murky Redo is bad counsel, poor relationship between yourself and your higher self, or your spiritual life, your physical life. And it's the spiral when it's out of balance. And I just saw 1010. Wow, endings and wholeness. Anyway. There's some internal relationship that's out of balance right now. Maybe you've gotten some bad advice. Maybe you're about to receive some bad advice that's in the future. But more likely, I feel like this is saying that there is some disconnection, some very serious disconnection. And, this could happen when you're always on the go, always doing, always moving, but not giving yourself any time to recuperate. And invas being the only one that came out upright, I feel is quite significant. So we have to give ourselves that time, that internal rest. It's not doing nothing. It is allowing something that is trying to come up. Lagus invas redo. $21, $22, and $5. It's almost like, back to the ship metaphor that comes up with lagoons. It's almost like you've gone on this trip, this transition. Shit's coming up that's not good, for brevity's sake. There is something germinating, the seed of the new. And I get the sense of like falling off the wagon or falling off the horse. But almost like, because you're moving too fast and not stopping when you need to stop, it's like things could have been avoided. Like, when you're really tired and you're trying to move fast, but you keep fucking stuff up? That's what that feels like. Okay. That's my rune reading for you for the weekend. Hopefully you can find a bit of time to reconnect to yourself, to your higher self. And try not to beat yourself up. Especially if some of this rang true for you. If it rang true for you, don't beat yourself up, because adding guilt and shame onto whatever it is you're already going through just worsens everything. So have some compassion for yourself, and understand, really truly understand that nothing exists at a full tilt all of the time. Everything has a flow and a way and a cycle of energy, of life force. So have a great weekend. I hope you can get outside and enjoy some sunshine. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can either email me or order through my Etsy store.